Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out top 10 frontmen in rock.
They were the faces and voices of their bands. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 frontmen in rock.
Okay.
For this list, we've chosen male lead vocalists based on a combination of their showmanship, stage presence, bravado, popularity, and vocal chops. Though extremely talented and memorable, guys like Kurt Cobain and Eddie Vedder have been excluded because they shunned the idea that frontmen should get all the glory.
Just because they are humble doesn't mean they should be excluded. Right? No, f that. This list is gonna suck. I take that back. Let's watch it anyway. Okay. Who you got?
Number 10, Bruce
Dickinson.
Iron Maiden.
Okay, that's where we're starting. Yeah, Bruce Dickinson, I respect his singing. I think it's very impressive. It's that early heavy metal kind of it doesn't touch my heart, but I respect it and I admire it. Bruce Dickinson. Okay.
While seamlessly melding his showmanship with Iron Maiden's theatrical live shows, Dickinson wowed critics and fans alike with a range that reached practically operatic proportions. His vocal prowess on The Number of the Beast gave the band their first UK chart topper and made fans forget Paul Di'Anno.
They had a chart topper?
Ultimately, he also paved the way for future power metal frontmen and helped Iron Maiden spearhead the new wave of British metal.
Whenever I hear the name Bruce Dickinson, I always think of the Saturday Night Live sketch of the cowbell. I think that's what Christopher Walken's character's name.
For a session with famed producer Bruce Dickinson.
Bruce Dickinson. Okay, who's after Bruce Dickinson?
Number 9, Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters. While this multi-instrumentalist has been associated with Nirvana, Queens of the Stone Age, Them Crooked Vultures, and more, Dave Grohl's main project is as the Foo Fighters' main man. All you have to do is watch him in action to get a glimpse of his energy and enthusiasm. Also, his constant smiling is contagious and goes a long way in proving why he's dubbed the nicest guy in rock.
Okay, Dave Grohl. I think it's strange that he's on this list and Kurt Cobain is not, because he was Kurt Cobain's drummer. I've never seen the Foo Fighters live, but I have heard that it's a really great show, and a big part of that is Dave Grohl's energy. You know, it's crazy to think if I went back in time and talked to my younger self and said that, you know, the drummer from Nirvana is going to be the front man of a whole other band. He's going to be better known for that than Nirvana. I would have thought, wow. What a crazy world. There's a story about after Kurt Cobain died that Dave Grohl was offered to play drums in Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. He's a really good drummer, but he said, no, I want to do my own thing. And he made that first Foo Fighters album by himself. He played every instrument and sang every vocal. It's impressive. Good work, Dave. Good work, Dave. I know you're watching. Good work, Dave. Good work.
Number 8, Bono, U2. You might think he's pretentious, but you gotta give Bono credit for making U2 one of the world's biggest bands. The singer and lyricist's ego isn't so big that he doesn't appreciate his fans. Besides his humanitarian work, Bono gives back through crowd interaction during shows. With his theatrical performances and diverse vocal range, he also brings U2's songs to life and sells millions of records worldwide.
Yeah, Bono. Great frontman, I think. You can tell he's given it his all. Is he pretentious? Is Bono pretentious? Why does everyone hate Bono? Do they? Maybe it's because he always wears sunglasses. He can come off as arrogant, smug, narcissistic, and he's quite pretentious. His constant preaching in between songs and concert can get a little much. Yeah, I could see that. He was the one that publicly took the heat for the iTunes debacle, and it wouldn't surprise me. Now that's, yeah, that automatic iPhone download probably did it.
Number 7, Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses. Both
What a
on
voice.
stage and off, the Guns N' Roses frontman oozed sex, drugs, and dirty rock and roll.
You can see the syphilis dripping off his skin.
While he had problems with punctuality, cooperating with band members, and knowing when to shut his mouth, this all added to the appeal. With such charisma and raw energy, Axl Rose was undeniably a big part of why the most dangerous band in the world was so successful.
Yeah, I've heard some crazy stories about Axl Rose being extremely stereotypically rock star. And I wonder how much of that is genuine dysfunction and how much of it was playing the part of a rock star. But what a voice! Holy crap! It's like a demon or something screeching. When Metallica went on tour with Guns N' Roses, there was a situation where some pyrotechnics went off in the Metallica show, and James Hetfield got burned like on his arm and I think his face, but like, so they stopped the show, but the crowd was all amped up, and all Guns N' Roses had to do was come out and start playing their show. Eventually they came out and they maybe played a few songs, and then Axl Rose said, I'm out of here. And it caused a riot. What happened the night James Hetfield caught fire? If he had been breathing in, he would have been dead. This was in 1992, so James accidentally stepped into a 12-foot high torch of fire, 3,200-degree heat. Guns N' Roses refused to bring their stage time forward to help compensate for Metallica's straightened set. When they finally took the stage 2 hours after Metallica had finished their show, they managed to scant 9 songs before an irate Axl Rose abandoned ship, citing a faulty sound system and telling the crowd, in case anybody here is interested, this will be our last show for a long time. The crowd, no doubt feeling a little shortchanged by the evening's events, began to riot, overturning concession stands and setting fire to garbage cans, before spilling out into the city streets, torching cars, overturning a police cruiser, and even uprooting a street lamp. That's nuts, Axl. Come on. All right, who's next?
Number 6, David Lee Roth, Van Halen.
All right.
Though Van Halen found chart-topping success with Sammy Hagar, it was with original vocalist David Lee Roth that they changed rock and roll. After introducing his hard-rocking vocals on the band's groundbreaking debut, Diamond Dave mesmerized fans with his live renditions and outrageous stage behavior. Alongside Eddie Van Halen's raw guitar, Roth's lyrics also helped turn the band into radio favorites and one of the 80s biggest rock acts.
David Lee Roth. Yeah, I think he catches a lot of crap because of his crazy antics. His voice isn't that amazing, but he's a great performer. He didn't take himself seriously. He didn't take the music seriously, and I love that. David Lee Roth captured the 80s in a way that not a lot of frontmen did. Way to go, David.
Number 5, Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Aerosmith. He may be known as the Demon of Screamin', but Steven Tyler's talents expand beyond his one-of-a-kind vocals. He writes the band's lyrics, can play multiple instruments, and is famous for his onstage thrills, spills, whirls, and twirls. And let's not forget his often vibrant attire. Even though the Bad Boys from Boston have been active since the 70s, this rock icon's still going strong today.
Yeah, I feel like Steven Tyler should maybe be higher on the list. I'm glad he's in front of David Lee Roth because he did all that showmanship that David Lee Roth did, but he could really sing. He's got that texture to his voice. It's like raspy. Awesome. What a great voice for rock. I saw Aerosmith play live one time and it was an excellent show. I've heard that he has perfect pitch, and the drummer Joey Kramer, I saw in an interview where he said the reason that he has a twitch, like his eye twitches sometimes, the reason he has that twitch is because of Steven Tyler. I guess Steven being a drummer himself, he's probably has a lot of opinions about what Joey Kramer plays. Apparently he has a very active brain. Put a little bit of that 80s nose candy in there with that, and that could be a nightmare to deal with. But Steven, glad you're still rocking out. Love your voice. Keep it going, man. You're awesome.
Number 4, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, and solo. Even when fronting Black Sabbath, it was clear the Prince of Darkness knew what it took to put on a good show. But it was after leaving that the godfather of heavy metal took his stage antics to the next level, with his trademark vocals and shocking theatrics, which included biting the head off a live bat. He remained the center of attention.
Saw an interview with Ozzy Osbourne talking about the whole biting the head off a bat thing. He thought it was like a rubber Halloween decoration or something that someone threw on the stage, but it was a bat. And he just decided to, like, for show, bite the head off of it, and it was real, and then there was blood and everything. I feel like there should be an alternate universe. Feel like there should be an alternate universe Batman film where Ozzy Osbourne is Batman, and he became Batman because he bit the head off the bat. More like a Spider-Man origin story. Like Rockstar Batman? Maybe not. Maybe that'd be dumb. Maybe someone already thought of that. I'm sure that's been pitched. Don't steal my idea. Trademark. Patented. Copyrighted. Great. Who's number 3?
Number 3, Mick Jagger, the
Only
Rolling
3?
Stones.
Okay.
The Stones' explosive combination of rock and roll wouldn't be the same without Mick Jagger's expressive vocals and uninhibited showmanship. Pair him with Keith Richards' unforgettable guitar riffs, and you've got a songwriting partnership that's brought us decades of hits. With Mick's raw voice and incisive onstage energy, it's no surprise the Stones are often cited as one of rock's must-see live bands. There's just no one with the moves like Jagger.
Look at this frame. That's great. Yeah, I'm surprised he's number 3. I read an article with Mick Jagger talking about his dancing, and he said that he was backstage at a show watching Tina Turner and Ike Turner perform, and the way Tina Turner danced really inspired him. So he started doing his own version of Tina Turner's moves. So really, when people say moves like Jagger, they should be saying moves like Turner. There she goes. There she goes. Go, Tina! Oh, that's some very Mick Jagger looking stuff. See, I could see Mick Jagger doing that. 1, 2, 3. Who's number 2? Number 1 and number 2. I mean, Freddie Mercury has to be on here. Robert Plant has to be on here. Freddie, all right.
Number 2, Freddie Mercury, Queen. When it comes to being a frontman, Freddie Mercury was the whole package. He had a lively stage presence, theatrical vocals that reached 4 octaves, and a knack for writing some of the greatest rock melodies ever. His big personality was perfect for Queen's anthemic tunes. Alongside Brian May's virtuoso guitar abilities, Mercury poured his heart and soul into his performances and helped the band sell out stadiums worldwide.
Freddie Mercury, yeah. I mean, amazing. His voice. Great piano player, great showman. Unfortunate teeth. I read an article about how someone advised him to get some of his teeth removed. Like he has extra teeth because his teeth are overcrowding for his mouth and it's making the front ones jut out. And Freddie Mercury said no, because that's part of my sound. If I get my teeth fixed, then I'll sound different. We can all be thankful that he decided to keep his natural teeth, which might be slightly unsightly, but those teeth sound good. Those big old teeth make a good sound, don't they? Can we see those choppers anywhere? 4 extra incisors. What? His dental endowment, or affliction as he undoubtedly thought growing up, gradually had pushed his front teeth forward as he moved into adolescence, causing a great deal of teasing. People called him Bucky? Dang. Nearly all single gene conditions have a dental component, and Gardner syndrome is better known for its abundant colon polyps. But a few people will have extra teeth. Freddie maybe just had a big mouth. A genetic mutation gave us rock's greatest. Oh, well, not. He's number 2. Who's number 1?
Number 1.
Okay.
Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
This rock god was as famous for his onstage moans and screams as for his wild offstage rap. Plant enhanced Led Zeppelin's repertoire with his lyrical contributions, but it was his emotional and bluesy vocal range that was simply unrivaled. And when combined with Jimmy Page's incomparable guitar solos, it was a match made in hard rock heaven. With his energy, dance moves, and sex appeal, Plant truly came alive in concert and showed a whole lot of love to the crowd. Do you agree with our list? Who is your favorite frontman in rock?
I'm glad he's number 1. He was awesome. He's still awesome, y'all. That album with Alison Krauss he did, I think he's done 2 albums with her, actually. I saw him perform on the Page and Plant tour, and he could still sing. Oh, I'm just noticing that we have a wonderful view of his pee-pee in this shot. There's Robert Plant's pee-pee, y'all. Pretty average pee-pee, I think. But he sings like he's got a gigantic pee-pee. Robert leans left, if you know what I mean. He's a Democrat. I've also heard he's a wonderful guy. Way to go, Robert. He seems like the sweetest guy in interviews, genuinely kind. I think this is a good list. This is an accurate list. This is a good video. Thank you all for watching it with me, and I'll see you next time. Later.